The National Hockey League on Sportsnet presents the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
And the Battle of Ontario is alive and well. This one tonight has playoffs written all over it.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a stick. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing. Welcome to downtown Toronto. Thank you, Mötley Crüe. Thank you, producer Sean Cleary, editor Mark Lalonde. We'll call that life by 1,000 cuts. That was sensational. Battle of Ontario. Brady Tkachuk and Matthew Knies are 2 of 4 NHLers to have 25 goals and 180 hits. The other 2 were Tom Wilson and Vincent Trocheck, and that kind of spearheads what we've got in store for us. Scoring and hitting. Toronto and Ottawa. Welcome to a Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart. Happy Easter, Kevin and Kelly and Elliot, and everybody's excited. Kelly, why don't you start us off on tonight?
All right, everybody knows Ottawa is a big underdog, so they should have some fun with this. They don't have any pressure. Toronto has all the pressure, so Ottawa should start the game like St. Louis did in Winnipeg last night and really take it to Toronto, make it a really uncomfortable first period for the Leafs.
I think Ottawa should start with a fight, Kelly. First shift of the game, Brady Tkachuk, kind of being half joking there, but I think the Ottawa, like you said, they're playing with the house's money. The first time in the playoffs since 2017. They're happy to be here. They're going to get the experience. They've had a great year. Just let your game go. For Toronto, they bring in Craig Berube. They implement a system that can win in the playoffs. They have 5 guys down low. They don't create as much chances or as many shots, but they're building a system that's going to win on the playoffs. So rely on their big guns to score. Matthew Knies has a breakout year. They bring in Tanev, Carlo, and Lawton. This is a team that's ready to go deep in the playoffs.
Ottawa feels if they can get ahead in the series, the pressure will get on Toronto enough to affect them. I liked what Craig Berube said this morning. If you perform, things take care of themselves. That's what he said to them. You perform, it'll take care of itself.
And you know, Elliot, they did down the stretch, but the regular season's where you chase milestones, whether it's 100 points or 400 goals. The postseason is where you shed millstones. That's that weight hanging around you that says all the way or nothing. For Ottawa, the yoke is Toronto. It goes without saying, even if it's a quarter-century-old grudge. For Toronto, it's 8 straight years in the playoffs, 1 series win, 0-5 in Game 7s. Sens have never won a Game 7. Narrative tension. None of it matters if you win this series. Enjoy. Kyle Bukoska shortly.
Not a bad scene for a Sunday night. You know, Brad Treliving was saying the other day, we are ready to write a new chapter. And really, you could say that about this entire rivalry as a whole. 21 years is a long time ago, but a lot of the same character types remain as we enter this new generation. There are still 2 fellow countrymen wearing the C for their respective troops, the faces of the franchise. There's the offensive firepower that is going to be game planned against and targeted each and every night. And it wouldn't be a Battle of Ontario without some agitators who will be willing to raise the temperature more than a few times over the course of this series. Now, these teams have met 105 times in the regular season since 2004. And there's been some memorable moments along the way, sure, but let's face it, a true battle comes in the form of a best of 7. And it starts with one. Game 1, Leafs Senators. Long overdue.
We now ask that you please rise if you're able to. Remove your hats and join Natalie Morris in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Believers of the dream continue to strive for hockey's ultimate goal. The Stanley Cup is our inherent symbol of achievement, of triumph, and of fulfilling one's dream.
And Dick Irvin, it's a dream first-round matchup as the Cup quest begins anew. The battle lines of this rivalry well established from the nation's capital to Bay Street and the country's biggest city. It's back to the future for a next-generation Battle of Ontario, starting tonight on this Easter Sunday on Hockey Night in Canada from Scotiabank Arena. High-end goaltending matchup. Former Vezina Trophy winner Linus Ullmark, 13-3-1 since March 1st. Won his last 4 in both starts against Toronto. At the other end, Anthony Stolarz on an 8-game win streak. And for the second straight year, led the NHL in save percentage making his first playoff start. Brady Tkachuk for the first time in the postseason. Stage set. Both the Sens and Leafs and their fans asking, could this be the year the cup comes home? And Craig Simpson, the big boys, starting head-to-head